Coming at you live. One sec. I want to make sure we got everything where we need it to be. So, looking to make the move to Wichita, maybe one of the surrounding areas. This is going to be your first step. Obviously, watching the videos, hopping into the content, and kind of what works best for you. This is going to be in conjunction with that. Obviously, that's going to be your first step. Discovery, figuring this stuff out. And what I tell folks is you need to set that game plan. Set the foundation. We've got the downloadables down below, so make sure you snag that. There's no pesky signups, none of that stuff. Grab your copy of my first-time homebuyer's rough draft. Towards the end of it, there's going to be a worksheet. Hop in that. This makes things so much easier for both you and me. This breaks down quite a bit of factors, and we'll get into that in just a moment. Everybody settle in, come on in. If you're catching the replay, drop your questions down below. There we go. We got it where we want it. Alright, so like I was saying, you got to set the foundation, folks. Whether you're moving down the street or we're moving across the country, obviously the further away, we're adding layers, we're adding complexity. Now, like I stated, we've got the first-time homebuyer, or the homebuyer's rough draft down below with the worksheet. We've also got the homebuyer's roadmap. This is still one of my go-to marketing pieces when I'm talking with a potential client, when I'm in front of that client. This breaks everything down from A to Z. The initial getting together, getting pre-approved, if you're getting financing, touring, finding homes, making offers, all that good stuff. But it all starts with a strong foundation. And most people are going to say, well, yeah, duh, that's where it starts. Well, I promise you, if this wasn't something that I have to continually go back to, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But that's the thing, especially for our first-time home buyers or our folks that it's been a while. You gotta set the foundation. Sit down. If it's you and that loved one, that significant other, that family member, or that trusted friend. Get the game plan together. I am in the Wichita homebuyers hub right now. I will throw a link to that, snag that right now, and drop that in the chat. Give me just one sec. Let me see, refresh the chat. Got that going. Oh, dang. Alright, we'll mess with that in a minute. Alright, we'll drop it down below in just a moment. We've got the downloadables in there, like I stated. But get your hands on that. You need to figure out what your game plan is. What is that motivating factor besides I need a place to lay my head? Is it to be close to family? Is it for a job? Is it for school, for the kiddos? Maybe college for yourself? What is that? Identify it. Obviously beds, baths, anything that you're specifically needing for the house. Have a rough idea of time frame, of budget. And listen, you don't have to be ready right now, tomorrow, a month from now to benefit from this. Have a conversation, get a game plan together, and just keep in mind it is all subject to change. And that's okay. That's fine, totally fine. But right here, you need to have that rough plan. And beyond that, you need to be thinking about credit. You need to be thinking about your funds because it adds up so quickly. And the credit requirements and the loan types and all that other jargon is going to vary from lender to lender. So just getting a game plan together, and you can reach out and have a conversation and know that no, we're not trying to just slam you in a house. We want to help, but we need a better idea of your situation, of your game plan. And let me see, I will hop in the resources. We got it right here. We'll pull that up. Alright, so when you hit that link, it's going to pop up just like this. And next steps, a little bit about myself, understanding that motivation like I stated, what that time frame looks like. Do you have a home to sell? Are you under a lease? When does the lease end? Any job changes, any school considerations, budgeting, determining the budget, just getting everything together. Any preferences on location, what's your current situation looking like? And then right here you'll find the home buyer's rough draft, the worksheet. Get into that, fill that out. If you're wanting to reach out, if you're kind of fill this out, send it to us, because like I stated, this is going to make things so much more straightforward, so much easier when you reach out for both of us. And some other things to just kind of keep in mind. These are some other things that you're going to have to worry about in the moment. You're going to need money for this stuff. You earn this money, think of it like your deposit. This is your skin in the game. Your home inspections, the appraisal, and then just kind of briefly outlining the next steps, and it's all there. It's all there. You've got access to my email, my website, you've got my agent information. But it starts here. Let me pull up the roadmap real quick. And this is just, like I said, this is another marketing piece that I'm throwing in front of my clients. And the consultation, getting pre-approved, or deciding you want to buy a home, getting with the lender, the agent, and so on and so forth. That's down there below too. What you see is what you get. And it's just breaking it down. Like, this is everything in a nutshell. Obviously, we're just skimming the water here, but that's okay. We want to make sure you're informed, you're empowered, you got what you need to get going. Before you get started, because this can get very stressful, very complicated, very fast, and we find that if we give you access to the information up front, you've got the tools, you know what to expect. This is going to alleviate your stress. This is going to alleviate that anxiety. And if you are ready, you are prepared, informed, it's going to make things smoother because you know what to expect. And we highlight those stressful, those high stress moments, these things here, these things there. Common questions, like it's all stuff that we address. Like I said, I'm going to throw a link down below for an invitation to the Wichita Homebuyers Blueprint. This is my community. You might have noticed if you've been following, hey, where's James at? He's kind of we're not seeing the videos from him as frequently. Well, we've been working on this. This is the next level thing I've been talking about. I've mentioned in community posts and stuff like that. Your resource. Yes, there's going to be a sign up. No, we're not going to pest you. This is putting everything in one place, and I can do things here that we can't necessarily do on YouTube or say Facebook, but breaking everything down. You have everything here. Once you sign up, you've got access to everything. There's no paywalls. You're not getting charged. Been working pretty diligently on getting things together. We've got a classroom in these courses. You'll have access to all of them. You've got access to this community, and we've been really pushing to try to get this stuff together as soon as possible. Kind of the next level of setting your foundation, of getting prepared. I've got a couple coming in from Hawaii next week. I've already got the home buyer's rough draft worksheet. Went through that. We're going to meet them, and I know what they need up front. So they're prepped. They're ready to go. A lot of times when we're in these situations, before we kind of got our little game plan going, they're starting from zero at the appointment. Not in this case. They've put the prep work in. They've done the legwork, the homework. And from there, I have an idea what they need. And we can prepare them and make the most of that time together. Because that is not a short trip by any stretch. And to say that I'm very honored and blessed to have that opportunity to help them is an understatement. But jumping in here, is your credit in check? That hard look in the mirror, the reality checks, if you will, with your credit, your current situation, whether it's a lease, if you got a house you have to sell to get into the next one. What's your saving situation look like? Because the lenders have their procedure on how they have to do things, and they're going to want to know, hey, they've got to be able to track all that money, and the hoops that you and them have to jump through with that, your job stability, just coming in, having that look, do your quick checks, the fundamentals, what that kind of looks like. Obviously, not a lender, not a credit specialist, but we've kind of skimmed the water. And if you're needing help, the extra help, we're talking, say, maybe with getting your credit where it needs to be, or getting a savings plan together, we've got the resources. Whether it's J.J. Weir with Nexel Mortgage, or if we got to bring the heavy guns out, Derek Faber with Scarlet Arrow Credit Repair. Those resources are there. And if you're a member of our VIP client program, which you can get access in the hub, you've got access to both of those. And all the little things in the meantime that you can jump on, these quick wins, these exercises, when to act, building your team out. And I want you informed. I want you empowered. We are going from A to Z, and all of these courses are highlighting subjects that are relevant to getting started, setting the foundation. Maybe you're relocating. Maybe you're a first-time home buyer. The financing for sure. And it's more than just text, gang. Where else? We got a video right here. J.J. Weir takes you through filling out a mortgage application. It's the same application you would fill out for him. Take you through that. Info on choosing your right lender. Some do's and don'ts. They go through the do's and don'ts during the process. You don't want to derail that loan, getting your house, right? We break down a cost sheet. We've got text. We've got downloadable examples. We've got video. So you've got options. Understanding the various loans, like I said, it's gonna vary. That hometown bank is going to be different from the credit union, from the big box company, from the mortgage broker. It's all gonna be different, but this is a general idea, all in one place. We want it convenient. We want it easy. going through the inspection period. I sit down with Jason Hancock with Pillar to Post. We go through that. We take care of that. We've got another video in process that'll be next week, where we're going to show you his client portal and what exactly you would get for your money, and some of the great tools he has there and beyond. First 30 days in your new home, some of the stuff you need to do, safety, getting back in front of that inspection report, and all of that. It's all there. The various community tabs, like we break it down: Wichita, the various suburbs, restaurants, all kinds of stuff. Major employers. We're looking at doing that with suburbs as well. We do a coffee hour every Friday. We'll throw some other events in here from time to time as well. And just the community itself being, to me, I might be a little biased to that next level experience. Everything in one place. We've got the downloadables, the resource tab. We're putting together the Homebuyers Boot Camp. We've got replays for the weekly coffee hours. The core team, their information, JJ Weir and Jason Hancock, to the VIP client program. Where else are you going to get your closing gift before you even get started? Oh wait, way more useful than a fruit basket, a bottle of wine, a doormat, and it's all there. You've got access to my local network of pros, and the cherry on top being the national perks, the discounts. And I don't care who you are. We all can stand to save a little bit of money, am I right? But it's all there. You've got access to all of that. We break it down in the resource tab: before, during, and after. And we are still working on adding stuff. But I mean, we're already getting in front of all of those stressful moments. Like I said, filling out the application, the mortgage, talking about the inspections, what to expect, how to proceed, breaking down the settlement statement, that closing disclosure at the end, all of it. I want you empowered. I want you informed, even if this is your first time. That is how we elevate the experience. And with this comprehensive system, this community, this is how we elevate it, your experience, and you get treated like a VIP in the process. I know I'm hard selling right now. It's been a big project we've been working on. It's been very time consuming, and we're kind of at a point now where we're just about done, and it's just going to be polish, and we'll get back to the regular videos. But this is something that I've really wanted to put together for a long time now, because I think it's sorely needed. It's all here. You join, you're in there, you can get what you need, and when you're ready to reach out, should you want to reach out, I know you're ready. But like I said, it all starts with setting the foundation. You've got the first 2 downloadables. Go through that, sit down. I mean, even on a small scale, you should have an idea from start to finish. Obviously, very light. You know, we could have a long-winded conversation on each step of the process. And I'll save us all that trouble that time. But right there, that's where that starts. And I would highly suggest, obviously, you're going to do this, you're going to watch the videos, so you figure out what works best for you. But setting that foundation is paramount, is vital. Please, if anything, download those, go through that, consume that content, and know on a very basic scale, a rough scale, that you have an idea what to expect from A to Z with that roadmap, and you've set your foundation, you figured out what that motivating factor is, you have done your homework with figuring out what exactly you're needing in this home beyond that, beds, baths, whatever, a rough idea of budget, a rough idea of time frame, and be okay with the fact it's all subject to change, and that's okay. It all starts here, but when you reach out, whether it's me or someone else, having that information before you meet that agent, whether it's in person or it's on the phone or it's virtual, is going to set you up so far ahead of the curve. It's going to put you in a way better spot. You're not getting these questions now and having to think about them and get back to you, and you're ready. You've done the work, you've answered the questions, so now you can make the most of that time together. Especially like that situation. That is going to be a long travel, and we want to make the most of that time. So get in there, do what you got to do. Get your copy. They're in there. There's no sign up on that. If you want to take that experience to the next level, please, 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 we will throw the invite to the Wichita Homebuyers Blueprint in the comments down below. We're in here. You can join you can be as hands-on or hands-off as you like. You're not going to get pestered. I'm in here. JJ's in here. Jason is in here. And we can help you if you want it. But you got to want it. Now, if you got any further questions, like I said, all my contact information is down below. Shoot me a call, a text, an email, a DM. However, you need to reach out to get the help you're looking for. We're helping people morning, noon, early, evening, guys, weekends. I got your back when we're relocating to Wichita and the surrounding areas. And do us a solid. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Maybe share this with that someone. Maybe this isn't for you. Who's needing that help? We got it all here. It's all here. Between the downloadable content, we're talking ebooks, checklists, calculators, to the nationwide websites, so you can do your independent research. I almost forgot. All of that there. To the VIP client program, elevating your experience and getting treated like a VIP in the process. What a concept. To the courses, to the lives, to the replays. It's all here. It's all here in one place, on demand. You're not going to get that anywhere else, gang. It's all here. So when you're ready to reach out, it's all here. And we'll be here ready for you. What I've been telling folks is skip the guesswork and trust the blueprint. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll catch you all back here.